Hi guys, those of you who have joined me already, please make sure your cameras are off. It just helps with the internet speed a little bit. And remember, when we use the chat function, please, it's not for general talking to everyone. We can leave that for later. I only want talking about answers or questions, all right? Because remember, you are being watched. Okay, I'm glad to see I've got some of you from my class yesterday. That's awesome. So at least you'll know what I'm talking about today. So those of you that weren't with me yesterday, good afternoon. Welcome to another subject language with me. So we're doing week 5, grade 4 English first additional language. If you were with me yesterday, remember I told you we're going to carry on with another poem today. So you'll see we're going to do some more reading and writing. So if you missed out on my lesson yesterday, we read a poem about insects. So if you weren't on, please make sure you check YouTube. The lesson should be up there. Then you can catch up on anything we missed. So we looked at what makes a poem. We learned about rhyming words and syllables. So if you weren't with us yesterday, I will remind you what a syllable is and how to recognize rhyming words, because we are going to use those again today. Then we read through the insect poem together. And after we read the poem, we answered some questions. And then I did assign some homework to be done. So I asked you to write your own poem about an insect that might be in your own garden. So I hope you have started working on that for me, and I am so excited to see what you come up with. So for today, as I said, we're going to have a look at answer some more questions. And we're going to learn something new today. So I just want to get my page ready so I can read the poem for you. Sorry, I actually need to find my paper. Okay, there we go, got it. Okay, so please remember, the chat bar is not for general talking. Okay, sorry, I think my internet froze up a bit there. So I'll just repeat myself. So today we're going to look at another poem. I'm going to ask you to predict what you think the poem's about. Then I'm going to read the poem to you. We're going to go through the poem together, and then we're going to answer questions. Okay, so better. So we all know what's going to happen. Okay, good. So I want you to try and predict what you think the poem's going to be about today. So remember, when I say predict, it's just another word for what you think is going to happen. So kind of guess, because remember, it's not something you've seen before, but I want you to get an idea of what it might be about. So we've got this picture, and I've also got that picture. So just from those two pictures, what do you think the poem is going to be about today? So I'm watching the chat bar to see. Okay, I see someone's already got it. So I think the first picture gives it away quite a lot. But also look at the second picture. So what's happening in the second picture? So I know it's about a baby, but there's another character. Okay, good. So we know that this poem, looking from the pictures, excellent, guys. So my poem is going to be about a mom and her baby. But if you look at the second picture, what is the mom doing with the baby? So who can tell me, what is mom busy doing? Okay, so it almost looks like she's carrying the baby, but not quite. Maybe she's playing with the baby. She's throwing the baby up and down. Okay, good guessing, guys. So we'll see now when I read through the poem how these two pictures relate to the poem. So I'm going to read it through. I want you to listen and also listen for the rhyming words. And then you can read through the poem in the next slide. Okay, so I've got a nice little picture up there for you. So this also has something to do with my poem. So I'm going to read it for you, so please listen carefully. Dance, Baby, Dance by Ann Taylor. Dance, little baby, dance up high. Never mind, baby, mother is nearby. Coo and gurgle, giggle and crow. There, little baby, there you go. Up to the ceiling, down to the ground, backwards and forwards, round and round. Dance, little baby, and mother will sing with a jump and a swill and a ding-a-dong-ding. Okay. So did you see how the poem matched my little picture on the screen here? So what is mom busy doing with the baby? So she's not playing with baby. She's not carrying the baby. What is she doing? Yes, thank you, Celeste. So she is busy dancing with the baby. Okay, good. So yeah, she's spinning around, she's holding baby, she's dancing with the baby. So this is the poem that I was reading from. And this one actually comes from an eClassroom workshop. Worksheet, sorry. Okay, so if you've heard me mention about eClassroom before, here's another activity from those worksheets. They're very nice. So I'm going to read it again for you. Remember, I want you to listen for the rhyming words. So it's called Dance, Baby, Dance by Ann Taylor. Dance, little baby, dance up high. Never mind, baby, mother is nearby. Coo and gurgle, giggle and crow. There, little baby, there you go. Up to the ceiling, down to the ground, backwards and forwards, round and round. Dance, little baby, and mother will sing with a jump and a swill and a ding-a-dong-ding. Okay, so could you hear the rhyming words? I'm sure you can easily see them. Okay, good. Some of you are ready. So remember, where do I find the rhyming words? So where in the poem am I going to find the rhyming words? At the end of my sentences. Good, Zoe and Celeste. Good, you guys are awesome. So you listened yesterday, hey? I'm glad. All right, so let's have a look at some questions together now. So you'll see I've got the poem on the left-hand side, so we can refer back to it. So remember now, when I go through the questions with you, I want us to all be on the same question, because some of you jump ahead and some of you don't answer at all. So let's try and do this together, okay? So remember, let's read the questions first, all of them, and then we'll do the answers together. Okay, thank you. So number one, they want to know what is the title of the poem. Number two, who is the poet? So remember, poet is the person who wrote the poem. Then number three, what are the rhyming words in the poem? And number four, how many syllables does each word have? So number four is just referring back to number three. So don't answer yet. Some of you are jumping ahead. Remember, I said don't jump ahead. So let's do it together now. So when I'm asking for the title of the poem, I think that's an easy one. So some of you are already answering me. Good. Awesome, guys. Yes, nice. So the title is very easy to find. It's right on top of my poem. So title is just another word for the name of the poem. Then number two. So I want to know, who is the poet? So who is the person who wrote this poem? Awesome. Oh, some of you are locked on caps, I see. It's okay, Joy. You can look at the questions and look at the poem on the side. Good. You guys are getting this right. Don't forget your capitals there, guys. Remember, it's a proper noun. This is the name of a person. Okay, good. So my poet is Anne Taylor, because you'll see there under my title, it tells me it's by Anne Taylor. Awesome. Now let's move on to number three. What are the rhyming words in the poem? So good. I see you guys are looking. Nice. So remember, look at from line 1 and go down. Yes, I want all the rhyming words, guys. So type the ones you can see. And don't worry, I'll show you all the answers soon. So definitely sing and ding. Ground and round, yes. So not around. So it's ground, round. So we've got sing, ding, ground, round, high, nearby. Good. And awesome. We've got crow and go. Guys are good at doing this. So you spot them so easily. So remember, rhyming words need to sound the same. And they are found at the end of each line. But as we saw in the poem yesterday, not every line rhymed. So let me put up the answers. So there we go. So we've got high rhymes with nearby, crow and go, ground and round, sing and ding. So you can hear they sound very similar. Now for number 4, they want to know how many syllables does each word have? So we're talking about all the rhyming words now. So remember the trick I taught you. So either to clap it out or put your hand under your chin. So some of them might have one, some of them might have two. So let's start with high. How many syllables does high have? Excellent, yes. Because if I clap it, so do it with me, you go ha. It's only one clap. If I do my chin movement, so look how many times my chin moves, ha. So it's once. Now, what about nearby? Yes, that's easier because it goes nearby. So it's 2 times, 2 syllables. If I do this, nearby. So it dropped twice. Okay, some of you are typing way too much. You just need to give me one answer, guys. Crow. What about crow? Awesome, good. Thank you, guys. Remember, only answer once. So I can see your answers. Okay, so crow's got 1 syllable because it goes crow. Quick, quick. And go. Yes, you guys have got it. Okay. So, what about the rest of the words? Ground, round, sing, ding. So remember, listen to the word. Go, ground, round, sing, ding. So if I use my chin, ground, round, sing, ding. Okay, so they're all only 1 syllable. Awesome, guys. Some of you are very excited to answer, I see today. So all of my words have 1 syllable except for nearby. So that's the only word that has got 2 syllables. Okay, so I'm sure we could easily hear that when we were reading the poem. So I'm going to move on to some more questions. And please, guys, remember, only answer once, because some of you are typing a lot in your answers. It's very confusing for me. So remember, let's go through the answers first. And then we'll go through the questions first, and then we'll go through the answers. So number 5 says, what is happening in the poem? Number 6, do you think the baby is dancing on his own? And I want you to explain why. So number 6 is a yes or no, and you must tell me why you say yes or no. Number 7, do you think the mother throws her child up to the ceiling? So does she take the baby and throw the baby up? So it's a yes or a no, and you explain your answer. So if you say yes, you must tell me why you say yes. And if you say no, you tell me why you say no. So let's start with number 5. So what is happening in this poem? So I know they give us a picture. That helps us a lot. Thank you, Dylan. So what is the main thing happening here? Good, Zoe. So it's not just rhyming that's happening. What is mom and baby doing? So that's what I want to know. What is mom and baby busy doing? Yeah, so they're busy dancing. Because remember, they talk about little baby dance, dance up high. Then they talk about up to the ceiling, down to the ground. So they're busy dancing. Good. So that was an easy one. So mom is busy dancing with her baby. Now number 6. So remember, it's a yes or a no, and you must tell me why. So do you think baby is dancing on his own? Good. So I see some people saying no, because baby is too small. No, because mom is holding him. Mom's making the baby dance. Good. So you guys do listen when I ask you questions. So remember, don't just tell me yes or no. You must explain. Because when you explain, it helps me to see that you understand. Oh, Kanya's got a nice answer. No, because he will fall. Okay, you guys are clever with this, hey? Yes, so babies definitely can't dance. Okay, so this is what I said. So I said, no, a baby can't dance on his own because a baby can't even stand on his own. So I don't know if you've ever seen a baby. Sometimes they can't even crawl. And now here, they're talking about a baby dancing. So the baby's not actually dancing on his own. It's mom who's busy holding him and moving him around. All right, so you guys were very good with that one. Now, what about number 7? Do you think the mother actually throws her baby up to the ceiling? So remember, tell me no or yes and why. Yes, so he definitely will fall. But what else do we think? So does she take him and literally throw him up? Okay, so let's see. Oh, good. So definitely no, hey. Because I think if mom actually threw him up to the ceiling, he'll definitely get hurt. So I said here that no, she's not throwing him because she's holding him in her hands. So she's not literally throwing him up. She's just putting him up to the ceiling and then brings him down again. Because she doesn't want to hurt her baby. She wants to look after him. Yes, he'll definitely bump his head. Awesome. Well done, guys. So now the next section I want to look at is something I'm not sure if you've heard of before, but we are going to work through it together. So we're looking at something that's called words that imitate sound. Have you ever heard of that before? So words that imitate sound. Okay, some of you haven't. Okay, oh, good, Zoe, you have. That's nice. So at least you have a good idea of what I'm talking about. So when we talk about words that imitate sound, it says in the blue bubble that poets like to use words in a poem that imitate a sound. So this means that when you read the word, you can actually imagine what it sounds like. So, you know, in like your cartoon comics, they like to use sounds like when the person punches someone or when they crash through a window. They like to use sounds to make your imagination think what the sound sounds like. So if I give you a word like smash, what picture comes to your mind when you hear the word smash? So just think, what image, what picture do you think of when you hear smash? Okay, maybe throwing something on the floor, something getting smashed, a glass breaking. It's good, guys. I love these answers. Oh, yes, maybe definitely a plate falling. I'm sure we've all broken something, eh? I know I have. So it will definitely be something that is getting broken. So my example here is maybe if I drop a cup or a glass and it hits the ground and it will go smash, it will break. Okay, so you guys gave me some nice answers. What about this next word? So if I've got bang, now what picture comes to your mind? So now if I've got bang, okay, so we've got a gunshot, a shot, a gun. Okay, so we're on the right track here. You're an explosion. Lightning. Oh, I like that one. A door being shut. Yes, that's a nice one. So maybe if you slam it hard enough, it will make a bang. Oh, someone falling down the stairs. Ouch. So when I think of bang, it automatically makes me think of a gun. So some of you did also say that. I think that's the most common picture that comes to mind when you hear bang. Or maybe something that's been thrown on the table or a door being slammed. So anything that makes that sound will give a picture. Yes, even a slap will make you think of that. So do you understand now what I talk about when I say words that imitate sound? Because we are going to practice it now with the poem. So I don't want anyone to be confused. Okay, so I am going to go back to the Dance Baby Dance poem, and we're going to look for some words that imitate a sound. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of practice now. So let's just get to my slide. So read through the poem again, and I want you to see where in the poem there are sound words. So remember, not all words will make you think of a sound. So look carefully, don't give me the answers yet, and think which words sound like something. I want to see who can spot them. So remember, it's not actions. So like dance, that's not a sound word. Okay, good. Awesome, guys. So I'm seeing someone saying coo. Then we've got ding dong. So that makes you think of a bell, doesn't it? But what else is there? So remember, like dance and sing, those are action words. They're not sound words. Oh, good, Katsu, you got it. So we've got gurgle and giggle. I don't know how many of you actually have a little brother or sister, but I'm sure they definitely will gurgle, you know, when they've got lots of spit in their mouth and they giggle when they see funny things. So the words that I found in line 3 were coo, gurgle, and giggle. So those sounds make me think of a little baby. So you'll see my little baby on the side here. So they normally make these sounds when they are happy or excited or they're laughing at something. Then I see a lot of you mentioned the ding dong. So that can be a sound word, but remember the sentence they're using it in, I think it's more of an action word. Do you know why I'm saying that? I think it's more of an action than a sound word, because listen to this last sentence that they say. So it says, with a jump and a swirl and a ding, a dong, ding. So they're trying to show me how mom is dancing. So they say mom jumps and she swirls with the baby, and the ding, a dong, ding is the motion that she uses to swing the baby like a bell. You know those big church bells where they swing side to side? So mom is jumping, she's swirling around with the baby, and she is doing that motion. Okay, do we understand that now? So it can be a sound word, but it can also be an action word. So those were the only words from our poem that are our imitation of sound words. So you guys learned something new today. So you guys are going to go back so smart, and you can teach your teacher something. So let's practice a little bit more of our words that imitate sounds. So this is another activity I got from eClassroom. So it says here, they want us to match the words from the first column, so from the one on the left-hand side, to the words that imitate this sound. So I'm going to read through the first column, and then I'm going to read through the second column, and then we're going to try and match them up. So we've got bees, glasses, babies, cats, snakes. So those are objects or people or animals. Now on the right-hand side, we've got tinkle, meow, buzz, hiss, and coo. So we already learned one of those words from the poem. So if I've got bees, what do bees do? Good, I see someone's already got the answer. So if I think of a bee, it goes buzz, especially when they fly around your garden, around the flowers. So the word that will imitate a bee sound is buzz. Now, what about glasses? So we're talking about the drinking glasses. Oh, good. Someone's got it. You guys are fast, eh? So if you take two glasses and you clink them together, or you bump them, they make a tinkle sound. So that very high-pitched glass sound. Good. Then I've got babies. So what did we see in the poem that babies do? Good. Yes, they coo. So they make all their cute little noises and they gurgle and giggle. Now this one's easy. What does a cat do? Yes, that's easy. They go meow. I've got a cat around here somewhere and she loves to meow. Then the last one, easy, easy, easy. Snakes. I like how you emphasize this. So the snake hiss, especially when they're angry, then they like to hiss. Okay, good guys. I must say I'm very impressed with how excited you are to answer today. It's awesome. Then, for your homework today, so luckily you don't have any writing today because I know you might still be busy on your poem from yesterday, but I would like you to read this poem that we did today, and then you're going to read it to me. So you're going to have to practice reading the poem quite carefully. Remember to pronounce each word correctly and to try and have a little bit of a rhythm when you read. So you will find this worksheet on the Africa Teen Geeks website. If you were on yesterday, I showed you how to find it. Then, when you've learned the poem, you're going to record yourself. But remember, I want you to have your parents' permission first, because they need to be okay with you being recorded. So you're going to record yourself, and remember I said you can either email it to me or you can do it on your my Flipgrid. So you'll see I've given you my Flipgrid code, and I've even given the website address. Remember, there is a password, and if you don't want to put it on Flipgrid, you can send it straight to my email address. I don't mind. So please make sure you practice the poem. Don't just open it today and read it. I do want you to go through it with your mom or your dad, or even your brother or sister. Okay, so tomorrow's lesson, we're going to do a comprehension on a story. So we're done with poems now. So we're going to read through a fictional story. So if you're not sure what fictional means, I'll go through it with you tomorrow. And then we're going to answer some more questions. So if you're not sure where your homework is, remember, it's on the Africa Teen Geeks website. Okay, so guys, please make sure when you join my lesson tomorrow that we aren't spamming the chat group, okay? So when I talk about the chat group, don't type unnecessary messages, because my host, Mel, will kick you off the chat group. Okay, and I don't want anyone to miss out on my lessons because you're typing too much silly stuff, okay? I know we enjoy chatting with each other and it's nice, but we need to control ourselves. All right, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have so much fun with you, and I hope you do return same time, same place. Okay, bye guys.